Good to be back again with our health tip of the day. And just like the last two tips, this is kind of a continuation from one of the tips that we had earlier. In terms of reaching our best weight and thereby our best health, we talked about eating real food. We even had another one called I Eat Real Food But, and that's where you supplemented your diet because maybe you didn't eat all that well all the time. But today's health tip of the day is eat real food / portion control. Now, I'm going to give you some tips about portion control in just a second, but I'll start with a little example for myself. Before I did any of this, I taught and played tennis professionally. And when I did, I worked out 3, 4, 5 hours of the day. Sometimes I was on the court for 10 or 12 hours a day. And so when I did take the time to eat, boy, I'm telling you what, I ate thousands and thousands of calories. Didn't have a lot of problem with weight control because I was working out so awfully much. When I retired from teaching and playing tennis professionally, I still thought of portions in the same way that I did before, but I wasn't on the court for 10 or 12 hours a day. So over the course of time, I've had to learn how to have portion control. Even if we eat real food, we don't want to sit and eat, 14 helpings. We want to eat real food and eat where we're satisfied or full. Now, in terms of portion control, I'm going to walk through 2 or 3 things with you. Number one, we already talked about hydration. And a lot of times, my appetite, when I feel hungry, it's because I'm thirsty. Now, if I'm fully satisfied from a hydration standpoint, my appetite won't be quite so big. Number 2, when you do eat real food, and those foods are loaded with fiber and water, the same thing is going to happen. It's going to tend to fill you up because they've got a lot of fiber. Your fruits, your vegetables, sometimes even your whole grains will fill you up so you're not as hungry. So in terms of portion control, you'll be in better shape. Number 3, we talked a little bit about it, and we'll do another whole thing on how you can use a meal replacement. I do my fruit smoothies, and we'll have a whole thing on fruit smoothies, just like we'll bring those other healthcare professionals to you on how to do that instead of a meal. But finally, probably the biggest thing in terms of portion control is your own mind in terms of what you need to be satisfied, what you need for your body to grow and be well, what you need in terms of the nutrients coming in your body. So if your mind is right and you say, this is the kind of portion control that I have, you're going to be in great shape. Last, when you reach your ideal weight, when you reach your ideal health by eating real foods that have a lot of fiber and water, you're going to save money because we can make that alkaline water with our water system. You're going to save money because you're not eating as much. Hopefully you're going to save money because the doctor bills aren't as big. The last thing that I'll bring in is take your time and eat slower in terms of portion control. My whole life has been a pedal to the metal type deal in even eating fast. And a lot of times before our brain says we're full, we're eating so fast that we eat more than we need to eat. So slow down. And so those 3 things, make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure that from an awareness standpoint, you know what a portion should be. Number 3, make sure that you're eating foods that are full of fiber and water. And last, take in food at a slow enough rate where your body says, I am satisfied, I am full. When you do that, we'll be back on the road to reaching our ideal weight, which should lead to our best health.